Greetings and salutations, everybody. I'm Dan the Wolfman. I have had very good success with Taurus firearms since 2020 when I started getting them. And I'm going to kick it old school. I have a thing for 7-shot revolvers. This one is hard to find. This is the 817 Ultra-Lite. 7-shot, 38 special snub. Takes tracker or judge grips, I believe. I have some on the way. And yeah, 7 shots, a 38 special, only 21.5 ounces unloaded, 24.5 ounces loaded. I'm actually thinking it might make a good winter coat gun. I'm going to try that later, even though it's been freezing. Today is exceptionally warm, so I might put my coat down for a couple draws. Really, it would probably be 2 shots from the coat and see if I can pull it out without snagging with my thumb on the back of the hammer kind of thing. But you know, I've had really good success. I carry the 856 Ultralight around the house all the time, and also as a backup gun outside the house about half the time. And I thought this would be great. And we got the new Taurus 66 Combat. I've done some very cool videos on that, so I hope you guys will check it out. Let's see if I did good or not with the nightguard at home, the Taurus 817 UL. And brought 3 types of ammo to try it out today. We got PPU 130 grain FMJ, 158 live hollow points, and Blazer 158 plus P's. Maybe I'll run my 25 round realistic CCW in a bit with that. It's not bad with my first shots. It may be shooting a little left, or I might be shooting cold a little bit left, and maybe I don't need it buried as much for 130, and then 158 will probably be up there. Let's find out. All right, 7 yards. I got 4 rounds of 130 and then 3 rounds of 158. So let me just figure out the hold before we rock and roll. We always do. It's going bang. This thing's smooth, very lightweight, 7 shooter. I like it. So it all went bang, all 7 cylinders. I think I found a very good minty 817 Ultralight. I'm just going to do 3 rapids, see if I can hold them in 8-inch pie, top left.
It will reduce your grips half just by following the try. You mind if I shoot your gun?
Good enough for defensive purposes. I am pushing everything left. I don't know if it's me or maybe this revolver actually does shoot a bit to the left. I'll find out more, and maybe grips change. I do have some Judge 20th anniversary Ultimate grips on the way. And before I put up a fun target, I want to do the same thing from a draw with 158. And I don't usually draw revolvers the best from appendix, so I do got a 3 o'clock holster as well. And good enough for defensive purposes. All right, let's start having some fun. Make sure to check out my vids on the 66 Combat. They were a lot of fun. This is smaller frame, not as wide in the trigger guard. So the 817 is kind of tight in a K-frame holster, a little loose in an L-frame holster. All right, got a Q Coke bottle down there, drawn from appendix, an L-frame Don Hume holster. It's just a little loose, but not bad. So you can do either K or L, sort of. And I usually don't get the best draws from appendix with revolvers. I'm better at 3, but slower at 3, so there's a trade-off. Alright, they're on the 8-inch pipe. Not the tightest results, but decent for kind of with it. We got moat there, 5.6 just barely, and a decent headshot. 7 shots is kind of nice, mostly because there might be 3 bad guys, 2, 2, 2, and 1 left over to retreat and maybe draw your backup gun. All right, let's try a couple Mozambiques at 5 yards on the timer. Give you guys a little action look-see. A little too low in my grip, just a little too long, about 304, 306. Let's do that again. Where I threw my first shot to the left. A little bit faster, 296. Still slow on the draw with revolvers from appendix. I'm getting down to 150s with autos. 1.82 to first shot, 296. That is an acceptable time, under 3 seconds. Those with 158s and our headshots. This thing handles really nice. It's about the perfect one for a lightweight carry, but still able to handle recoil. Let's do Defender's POV, close range, right? We got them at 6 feet, yeah, 2 yards. So I'm going to do 2 from bent elbow and then push out. shit went a little high. 318, I'm usually faster at that. 318, that's from appendix. I did catch my undershirt. That's a little better. 284. I think my hits were pretty good on that one. There's a time 146 the first shot. 284 overall. All right, got a new rapscallion up. 240 for a Mozambique. 1.32 the first shot. 40 split. 68. 240. Not bad. This thing's handling really nice. I really like this revolver. We got two perfect right there. We got a headshot right there in 240. Now I was cheating the draw a little bit, but winter coat, it's a very nice lightweight gun. It handles it great. I like 7 shots a heck of a lot better than just 5. Even 6 as a primary carry in the coat pocket. That all looks very good to me. It has a nice trigger, very smooth. This thing was minty, and yeah, so keep your eyes open. All right, let's push it back to 5 yards and go from 3 o'clock outside the waistband with the jack. It's actually a very warm day and we've been freezing, but I wanted to see how this does. I'm bound in the shoulders in this coat. I hope I don't rip it, but it's one of my favorite coats. So that was a little slow. Yeah, 228 to first shot, way too slow to first shot. Doing outside the waistband for me with a this revolver. The rubber grips, I'm not sure yet. They don't look the best, but they certainly handle recoil nice. They're pretty grippy. We'll see. I do have wood grips on the way. And as far as hits, 1, 2, and 3 in his mouth. So revolver versus revolver. I'm not sure. I probably got hit there because it was too slow to the first shot. So that would have been, I mean, I'm not really going to draw on the drop like that. But even if not, too slow probably means you exchange gunfire and you both die. That's great. Here it's 30 feet with some 130 FMJ now because I'll get a little less rise. No concealment. It's getting hot in here. So 10 yards, a little high. 1, 2, and 3 elevation wise, they were all the same. So even with 130 FMJ past 7 yards, maybe I got to really bury the front painted orange a little bit more. You know, and just make sure I go more instead of upper thoracic center mass with some pistols like I need to. Not bad, not great, but now I know. Guys, gonna give a little look-see like Defender Cam style. So I got a rapscallion come around the car in a transitional space at 4 yards. Way too slow to that first shot. Way too slow to that first shot. I did a video, separate video with 3 big 380s with gloves on, winter clothing carry, and something you need to consider. With the gloves on, that was a full 2.94 seconds to get the first shot off. Really not acceptable, so if you've never trained in gloves, something to consider. Let's try it again without the glove on. 166 the first shot. Oh, not bad. I think we had a 140 here doing that. I got all 3 right here in his mouth, one-handed, so aiming a little high, but he's hanging really low too. Little short Guido ice baby over there. All right, guys, Defender vision again. We got a guy at 4 yards and at 8 yards. 4 yards and 8 yards. No gloves, in pocket. Here we go. Three and 3 in 5.34 seconds. 3 and 3. 156 the first shot. 44 split, 32 split, 62 split. A little long on that last one. Trying to make sure I aimed a little low because the 158s I know are hitting high at 8 yards. And on bad guy number 1, I think all 3 were good, acceptable, upper thoracic. On bad guy number 2, 2 hits, 1 miss, high left. That's not great. Let's try 3 o'clock with gloves on. And to compare, that last run again was 5.34 with 156 to the first shot. Hand on, no glove in pocket. I actually think I might have had the second time way too far the last time. Let's do a run with 1 glove. longer, 774, but the part that gets me shot is a whole second and a half almost longer to the first shot. 3 o'clock outside waistband with the 4. So how should you winter carry? Something to consider. All right, guys, last 3 rounds of the video. Then I want to time a reload with the 7-shot HK speed loader carried in a split 6. Upright, no glove on. Just on bad guy number 1 at 4 yards. Here we go. Boy, was that a long reload. I actually didn't time it. You're going to have to replay it because I didn't go bang. I forgot I wanted to save those for the reload in case I need it on the way home, which is highly unlikely, right? Plus a carry backup gun. 154 the first shot, though. So, prepped in this pocket. And if you had to do the first 2 shots from the pocket, that's something a revolver can do. That auto, usually by your 3rd shot with the auto, that slide's going to jam on the interior pocket, getting in the extraction hole from the slide. So 154 the first shot, not so shabby. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Another Taurus classic, something you don't see every day. I'm gonna say it was 100% reliable, and that was the most important thing. It handles really well. 21.5 ounces unloaded, 24.5 ounces loaded, 7 shots. I like that as a primary gun. Boy, this one's really cool. Now, I did reach out to Taurus. They re-released the 817. They have no plans of re-importing 817 ULs, though they did say if I got enough of you interested and start blowing up Taurus and make an 817 UL with a 3-inch barrel, a push pin front sight, so you can put an Access night sight or gold bead in it. Boy, wouldn't that be awesome? We'll probably bring this one out again, maybe with the wood grips if they fit. And I really, really enjoyed it. It seems pretty well made. And this is a Taurus classic. You know, I did the PT940 videos. I've done some PT92 videos, so make sure to check those out. Please always like, share, subscribe. Always comment on 2A channels and like, subscribe, guys, or they're all going to go away. Fight the algorithm. Like, do your part. You're getting free content. Check out my Paul Harrell tribute playlist, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you, everyone. Kaboom.